Good evening, dear students. You are most welcome in your own YouTube channel Learning with Rajesh. In ninth class geography, we are going to start lesson number 2. The name of the lesson is Physical Features of India. In lesson number 1, we have learnt about the India size and location. In these videos, I think you got all the points of lesson number 1 easily. Today, we are going to start physical features of India. So, you know that there are major features of Indian physical features. But firstly, we are going to read about the characteristics of physical features of India. We are going to read that there are 6 major physical divisions of India. So first one point of the lesson is, so there are some characteristics of all the physical features of India. First physical characteristics is the peninsular plateau is the oldest part of the world. You know that peninsular plateau is the oldest part of the world. Second major point of physical feature is Himalayas and northern plain. Here is northern plain. Himalayas and northern plains are the newly made areas. It means they are made in the last divisions. And the next point is Himalayas are the young fold mountains. You know that young means they are made in the last, and fold mountains means which has some folds in the feature. And the next point, northern plain is made of alluvial soil. You know that alluvial soil is the soil eroded by the rivers. And the next major feature of or means characteristics of Indian physical feature is peninsular plateau is made of igneous and metamorphic rocks. It means there is a black soil. It means igneous rocks are in responsible for making of black soil. So when will we study about peninsular plateau, there will be feature that peninsular plateau has a lot of black soil. And the next point, the physical features of India can be categorized under the following physiographic divisions. So there are 6 major physiographic divisions of India. First is the Himalayan mountains. The second is the northern plains, the peninsular plateau, and the fourth point is the Indian desert. And the fifth is the coastal plains. And the last one physiographic division of India is the islands. You know that we have discussed only 2 points right now. First is the characteristics of Indian physical features. So you learnt about 4 5 major characteristics of Indian physical features, that the peninsular plateau is the oldest part of the world, and northern plain is made of alluvial soil, and the Himalayas are the young fold mountain. And after that, we learned the second point, that there are 6 major physical divisions of India. First one is the Himalayan mountain, the northern plain, the peninsular plateau, the Indian desert, the coastal plain, and the islands. And when now we are going to read them separately now. The third one point of the today's video is the Himalayan mountain. First of all, we are going to read about the features of Himalayan mountains. What are the major features of Himalayan mountain when we observe them firstly? First feature is the Himalayas are the young fold mountain. We also learnt in the first point of today. They are located in the northern part of India. They are located in the northern part of India. And the next point is they stretched from Indus area to Brahmaputra area. Indus area started from Jammu and Kashmir, and then Brahmaputra area ends up to the Arunachal Pradesh. You know that the Himalayan mountains are also stretched from Jammu Kashmir to Arunachal Pradesh. So I think you got the point easily. The fourth point, they are stressed in archetype. In mathematics, you know about the arc. In archetype in 2,400 kilometers. and they are 400 kilometers wide in Kashmir, and on the other hand 150 kilometers in Arunachal Pradesh. So they are more wide in Kashmir. And the next point of today is there are three major divisions of Himalayas from north to south. I am going to discuss the third point again. We learned about the features, main characteristics of Himalayas mountain. You know that Himalayas mountains are located in the northern part. They have arc shape, and they form the northern boundary, and they are stretched from northern point from Indus to Brahmaputra river area. I think you got the point easily. There are three major divisions of Himalayas from north to south. The first major division of Himalayas is Himadri or inner Himalayas. Inner Himalayas or Himadri. Second is middle or Himachal Himalayas. And the third major division is Shivalik. So you know that there are three major divisions and you can answer right now. The next major point, we are going to read them now separately. First point will be Himadri or Greater Himalayas or Inner Himalayas. So what are the features or means the main characteristics of Himadri? In this part of Himalayas, there are 6,000 meters average height mountains. You can say that some mountains are of height of 7 plus 7,000 meters plus, and there can be 5,000 meters plus. So you can have average of these mountains. And the next point is there are lot of glaciers in this part. Lot of glaciers. Siachen Glacier, you know very well. There are lot of glaciers are found in this part. And in this part is always covered with ice. If there are glaciers, you can say that there will be ice also. So next point, major mountain peaks are included in this part of Himalayas. Major mountain peaks like Nanda Devi and like Kanchenjunga and like Mount Everest. There is an example given. For example, Mount Everest. So I think you got all these points of Himadri. So you can tell me that there are three major divisions of Himalayas. First is Himadri, and second is Middle Himalaya, and the third is Shivalik. And in Himadri, there are a lot of glaciers, and average height mountains are 6,000 average height mountains, and major mountain peaks are also there. Next point, sixth point of today's subtopic, Himachal Himalayas. There are 3,700 meter to 4,500 meter average height mountains included in this part. It means the middle Himalayas or Himachal Himalayas are lesser than the Himadri. And the next point, Pir Panjal and Mahabharata range are also included in this part. You know that series of mountains are known as range, and Pir Panjal and Mahabharata range is also included in this part. And the next point, Himachal Himalayas is very famous for tourist places like Kullu, Manali, Kangra. You know that this is very famous for tourist places. And the last one part, division of Himalayas, is Shivalik. Shivalik is located in the southern part of Himachal Himalayas, and it has average heights of 900 to 1100 meter mountains. It has alluvial soil, and it has longitudinal valleys named as zones. And for example, Dehradun, Patliputra. I think you got all the points related to Shivalik right now. So I think you enjoyed the session. And now I'm going to ask question from you that name the major divisions of Himalayas. You can tell me that there are three major divisions of Himalayas. First is Himadri, second is Middle Himalayas, and third one is Shivalik Himalayas. And what are the features of Himadri Himalayas? And you will tell me that This is known as inner Himalayas, and there are glaciers found in this part of Himalayas, and it is covered with, it always covered with ice. And there are mountain peaks. Highest mountain peaks are found in this part. And for example, you can give example of Kanchenjunga and Mount Everest and Nanda Devi, etc. I think you got the point easily. Now, the last one point of today. So, which is the oldest part of the world land? And you can tell me that the peninsular plateau of India is the oldest part of the world. I think you enjoyed the session and all the points are clear. So, if you enjoyed the session, please like, share, and subscribe also. Thank you and have a nice evening.